Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Monday, the third day of February 2025. I hope you had a good weekend and that you and your family had a good weekend, that you're safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are out here doing their best to save lives. Those also that pick up garbage, keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are trying to help those that are victims of pornography and child pornography, prostitution, child prostitution, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, profiteers, and those perverts that create the demands for these evil and heinous industries. And finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 600,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, and veterans homeless in the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Some people have intimated that the NBA is fixed, and sometimes it really looks like it is. A few years ago, or should I say several years ago, Chris Paul, who in his prime was considered the top point guard, him and Deron Williams at the time, the top point guards in the NBA. And at that time, when he was in his prime, in his free agency, he chose to go to the Los Angeles Lakers, who still had Kobe Bryant playing at an elite level. And he signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. And the NBA, I think it was David Stern at the time, nixed the deal. They didn't allow it. They never gave a clear reason why they did that. Chris Paul ended up signing up with the Clippers, and they had DeAndre Jordan in his prime, and they got Blake Griffin, but they never were able to get out of the first or second round of the playoffs. We never know what would have happened if Kobe Bryant would have teamed up with a prime Chris Paul. But the point is, the NBA nixed the deal. Then now, this past weekend, for no apparent reason, Luka, no real reason, they talked about his weight, they talked about stupid things, BS things. But 25-year-old prodigy Luka Doncic is sent to the Lakers with legend LeBron James. And they get one first-round pick and Anthony Davis in return. It makes no sense. But it's done. And there's nothing we could do about it. I'm going to just keep rooting for my Knicks. I don't know if it's fixed or whatever, but we can't do nothing about that. I don't believe in arguing, complaining, and whining about something you can't do nothing about. And we can't do nothing about it. So it is what it is. The Knicks are playing Houston tonight. Oh, the other big deal. Yeah. Victor Wembanyama, another prodigy. 7'3", 7'4", can shoot the three, handle the ball like a guard, play defense, guard the rim, and play 72 games if he needs to a year. They just got De'Aaron Fox. And Zach LaVine, if DeMar DeRozan was trying to get away from Zach LaVine, he failed because he went to the Kings and now LaVine is on the Kings. I don't know. This is some wild mess right here. So you got Victor Wembanyama with De'Aaron Fox, two All-Stars on San Antonio with all the young talent, Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan, Stephen Castle. You have all of them. And now you got the Lakers with LeBron and Doncic. Now, generally speaking, a guy like this is a rebuke to Luka Doncic. I mean, you would expect him to own Dallas. I mean, by right. It's like Milwaukee trading away the freak before he reached his prime. This is about the same thing. And so this is especially after last year at age 24, he lead you to the NBA Finals. I don't know. But one thing about the Knicks that that I've noticed that's different in this scenario is the Knicks are stable. Unlike all of this upheaval going on, the Knicks are quiet and stable. And at this point, this is what we want. The Knicks have made their moves. Don did what he did. He built from ground up a new culture in New York. Everybody is stable. The coaching staff is stable. The front office is stable. The team is stable. Everything cool. That's why it's really amazes me. People still calling for these drastic, stupid moves. We got a stable franchise. We haven't had that in a while. This is good. Tonight, the Knicks play Houston. Thing about Houston now, they're led by Ime Udoka, the player that likes to swirl. And so, but Ime Udoka is a tough coach. Houston done turned into a team that you used to be able to take their lunch to a team that now will take your lunch. What does that mean? That means they now the bullies. That means we can expect one thing when they come to Madison Square Garden tonight. They're going to come out and punch the Knicks in the mouth. Question is what the Knicks are going to do about it. The thing is, the Knicks' Achilles heel this whole season, in terms of play, and the Knicks are now third in the East. They got 4-game lead on Indiana. They're 2.5 games behind Boston. They're in a good spot. Okay, they're in a good spot. I still like them to overtake Boston for that second spot, and we still got time to get that done. But right now, as it stands at 32-17, the Knicks are in a very good position right now. Okay, and if they were to finish the season right now, they would be playing the Miami Heat in a 7-game series. I'll do that. So we're in good shape. But the Achilles heel has been the perimeter defense. Perimeter defense has been the weakness this season. And rebounding. Now, both of those, traditionally have been strengths of Tom Thibodeau. And the personnel has not carried out that. One of the reasons, of course, especially the rebounding side, is missing. You're missing Precious Achiuwa for 21 games, and you're still missing Mitchell Robinson. Those two right there, you add them together back to the rotation, the rebounding comes back. As far as perimeter defense, we have noticed that when Tom Thibodeau plays 9 guys, especially if he plays 8 guys rotation minutes and then adds a 9th guy, it seems to give them enough energy to keep that defense going for 48 minutes. I can't question when he doesn't do it, like he did not do it Saturday night. Saturday night he played 7. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's fine. But I notice when he does play 8 or 9 guys, the rotation minutes, the defense is better. And because the energy is better. Now, Saturday night against the Lakers, the Knicks started slow on the perimeter defense. That had nothing to do with energy or anything else in terms of playing 8 or 9 or whatever. They came out the gate allowing Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron, and Rui Hachimura and to shoot threes from the first quarter. Jalen Brunson, of all people, knows you cannot do that. The whole Knicks team knows that. You cannot do that. Not in the league. So, regardless if Tom is playing 7 or 9, they got to come out in the first quarter because this Houston team, here we are in Madison Square Garden. And Houston has got some guys that would love to show up and show out at MSG. Let me see here. As far as injuries, Alvin Sengun's been out. He's questionable today. Van Fleet is out against the Knicks today, ankle. Jabari Smith is out. So right now, they're going to come in. They're going to start Amen Thompson, Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, Steven Adams. They got Jashawn Tate, Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore. They got a squad. And everybody I just named, Amen Thompson is looking to ball at MSG. Jalen Green is looking to ball at MSG. Dillon Brooks want to show his behind at MSG. And so, listen, they're going to come out balling. Okay? And we got to take every game seriously. And I know the Knicks will. But that perimeter defense needs to be on point. And what do I mean by that? That means they got to be able to rotate quickly. Very quickly. They got to get to that 3-point line and rotate quickly. Now, the problem tonight is going to be the absence of OG Anunoby. The good news about OG is that he's listed as questionable against Houston, which means there's a possibility he actually plays. But if his foot is sore, sit him. Because we need him for the second half of this season. We need him post All-Star break. Unlike last year, we did not have him full strength post All-Star break. We need OG Anunoby to be grown-ass man energy after the All-Star break. So I'm saying sit him tonight. And then Josh Hart, of course, with the right knee soreness, he's questionable. I expect Hart to play. I expect Hart to play regardless. The thing is that the All-Star break, he going to be able to go, what he say, go to the Caribbean and put his toes in the sand or something and rest the knee. Fine. But we need him tonight. I don't know if Thibs is going to start. He got two options right here tonight. You're going to see him do one or two things. He's either going to start Precious in place of OG, or he's going to start Deuce, and he's going to have Brunson, Bridges, and Deuce with Hart and Towns. He could go either way. I really don't care. But both ways, Deuce and Precious got to play heavy minutes tonight. We need Cameron Payne, and we could use Landry Shamet to step up. A lot of people already losing faith in Landry Shamet. It don't take much in New York for some a-holes to show up and start downing somebody. Landry Shamet could shoot the freaking ball. And he's going to show that when it comes to playoff time. And all of these idiots out here saying, I don't know why he's on the floor. He's no good on the floor. They'll be the same knuckleheads saying, I always stay by him when he's balling in the playoffs. So I'm not worried about Landry Shamet. But he needs to get out there on the floor and start shooting the ball. And I need him out there because he plays defense and he can shoot. And you need Cameron Payne too. So I'm hoping Thibs gives both of them, these people, some minutes today. But because we need that. Last Monday, I was telling y'all we're going to have a tough game. You know, we played Sacramento, beat them. And then I told y'all we had Memphis, and that wasn't going to be easy, and they blew them out. Any given night, you can either blow out a Memphis or get beat by a Lakers. That could happen. So tonight we got Houston. They got to take them seriously. We got to be rotating on them three-point line now. Chase them off the line. They're gonna want to go at the basket. You're gonna have Jalen Green, who's an athletic freak, come at you. Amen Thompson, another athletic freak, gonna come at you. I wouldn't be surprised if they put Thompson on Jalen Brunson because the young boy could play some defense now. Him and his brother. So you got Amen Thompson out there. He's gonna be locking down on defense. That means Josh Hart needs to bring that ball up. That means Mikal Bridges needs to bring the ball up. They need to set the offense up. They can do that. That means Deuce needs to do that. They could do that. It's going to be a tough game. So a lot going on in the league, but all of them skirmishes are on the Western Conference, thank goodness. So let them deal with San Antonio and the Lakers. We got to deal with Boston and Cleveland right now. And so tonight, the Knicks got to handle this business. Houston going to come in here trying to punch us in the mouth. We need to show up and show the bully who is what. This is our playground. Y'all enjoy the game. We'll talk. Shalom.